Some of the most amazing paintings I have ever seen are those of Thomas Alsman. He is a quiet man in his early 60s, and he lives alone in a small house on the edge of town. Thomas is a portrait painter, the best any of us have ever seen. Each one of his paintings is a Mona Lisa. Every little detail of your head, face, and upper body is exact. However, how he paints them is a question. You see, Thomas Alsman has been completely blind since the day he was born. Somehow, though, he can paint you. It's as if he can see you when you're sitting in front of him, having your portrait painted. How he discovered this ability, or how he can do it, is unknown. He will not tell. If you bring him payment, he will paint you, and he will paint you beautifully. So, I walked up to the front door of his house. I stood there, still nervous. I was alone. As it is said, he will not paint with others around. After a deep breath, I rang the doorbell. I waited a moment. Finally, he opened the door. His grey eyes looked over my head, and he was holding a cane. Mr. Alsman? My name is Luke, and I want to be... My voice trailed off in nervousness. To be painted, right? He said. Do you have money to pay me? Of course, $200, I said. Thomas nodded and told me to come inside after I gave him the money. The house's interior was nice and simple. I eyed a stack of books on the table. One was open, and I could see it was written in Riley. He led me into the back room, told me to sit on a stool. Nothing was in the room except for a chair and canvas, the stool, and painting supplies. I sat down, and he sat behind the canvas. Now, son, I must warn you, sometimes I paint too far forward, Thomas said. Too far forward? What could that mean? Maybe he sometimes painted the wall behind the person, or the yard outside the house. I dismissed the comment. I had a feeling he wasn't all there. He started painting. I sat there for what seemed like forever. Neither of us said a word, and not once did Thomas look at me. His eyes were closed the whole time. Perhaps he could see me in some way.